Hello guys, today we have an unboxing review. Today we got the Amcrest GO 4K Action Camera. Disclaimer guys, the company itself, Amcrest, emailed me and asked me to review one of their product which is called the Amcrest GO 4K Action Camera. It's an action camera. It's more like a GoPro, but it's more affordable price. Shall we see what's in the box now, guys? 16 megapixel, 4K, 60 frames per second, and 98-bit waterproof case. Right. Okay. Here we can have like some kind of strap, bicycle mount or handlebar mounts. We got the holder. This is the USB to micro SD card. Got this clip. Extra tripod thread. You got the manual and the camera itself. Slide this slider and then lift it up. Here we go. Okay, we'll see. Oh, it's light. We'll see if the battery is in it. The battery is on it already, so it looks like you have to just... Okay. Here's the battery. It says rechargeable Li-ion battery. 3.7 volt Li-ion battery. 1050 milliampere. 3.885 Wh. So you got the on button here. To go to the settings, you have to press the OK button for 3 seconds. And down button here. So there's a camera, you got playbacks, and then we got the settings in the back. So we're gonna go to the settings. Now we get the resolution, recording resolution. So for the recording resolution, there is the 4K 60 frames per second, 4K 30 frames per second, 2.7K 30 frames per second, 1080p 120 frames per second, 1080p 60 frames per second, 1080p 30 frames per second, 720p 2040 frames per second, 720p 120 frames per second, 720p 60 frames per second, 720p 30 frames per second. So that's so if we go to, how do you get to the settings? There you go. White balance. So you can have a white balance. I just set it up on auto. Exposure settings, metering. I just put average metering. Sharpness, video quality. So shall we put it on high? ISO, we put it on auto. Watermark and recording audio. Okay. ISO, shall we have a look at the ISO? We got 200, 100, 400, 800, 1632, 64. Yeah. The camera, you just press OK. So we got the record. We got the record, slow motion, loop, time lapse, snapshot, auto, snapshot, burst, and timer. So yeah, back there. If we go to settings, we can go to settings. We press OK. We got the recording resolution. For the recording resolution, you got 4K, 2.7K, 1080p, 720p. And we go back. We got the recording intervals, white balance, exposure settings, video length, unlimited, metering mode, sharpness, video quality, ISO. I just set it on the auto. Okay. Now, what's this one? Flip image, Wi-Fi information, config. Yeah. Auto sleep, auto power on and off, volume button, language, settings, time format, factory reset.
Hi guys, my name is Lewy and today is 2021 1st of January and it's the first of Friday.
Yes, and what we're doing here in the park today is we're testing out the
The
Amcrest GO 4K action camera. We're doing a photo shoot. We're gonna try it out with the 4K resolution. We're gonna test out all the video settings. Okay, what's the time now, Kuya?
it's 23 past 3 in PM.
Yes, and the weather is cloudy and it's raining a little bit. This is the 720p 30 frames per second in the walking mode. This is 720p 60 frames per second in a walking mode. This is the 720p 120 frames per second. Okay. This is the 720p 240 frames per second. I'm walking. Now this is 1080p 30 frames per second. I'm walking. Now this is the 1080p 60 frames per second. I'm walking. This is the 1080p 120 frames per second. Now I'm walking. This is 2.7K 30 frames per second. Walking mode. This is the 4K 30 frames per second. This is the walking mode. This is the 4K 30 frames per second on walking mode. This is the 4K 60 frames per second. Huh? Going to be testing the Amcrest GO 4K action camera. We are recording on the 4K 60 frames per second. Now this is the audio without the waterproof case. Now we're going to put the waterproof case on now and test out how the audio goes. Now this is the audio of Amcrest GO 4K camera with a waterproof case. Hi guys, this is my final review for the Amcrest GO 4K Action Camera. It's a good value. It's a good footage of a video and a photos as well. And one thing I had problem with in the beginning is finding the correct SD card for it. Because the SD card that I have here at home is like an older version that doesn't take 4K, which means you need a higher speed SD card. In my it has to be a SD card that compatible with it. And one thing I like about in this is the auto snapshot. If you're planning to do a stop and play motion videos, this is really good for on that settings. And I like the slow motion as well. But on the minus sides, apart from me having to find a correct SD card for it, is the video stabilization. It's a little bit shaky. So for just the still, let's say you just put it on a tripod, or you're just holding it and you're not moving around, I think it's okay. But if you're moving around like running or do some, say, rough sports movement, I think it'll still take a good footage, but the video stabilization is a little bit shaky. Yeah, that's the words. It's a little bit shaky. It's a good action camera for the budget price. You don't have to worry about breaking it. It's because it's not really that expensive. My final review for the Amcrest GO 4K action camera, and I will put in the link description below where you can buy it, and the SD card as well. I'll put in the link description below. So much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done so, and ring that notification bell. Bye for now!